What's up, everybody? Kramzer here with Jason. It is the week of the National, one of the more popular indie rock, whatever you want to call it, bands of the last 20 years or so. And today for side three, kind of inspired by the most recent National album from 2019, which is an album consisting mostly of duets. We're going to talk about some of the best duets, but not of all time. We're talking about specifically from 1997 on. Why 1997 on? Because we're calling this a specific era, the post-roll era. Now, whether or not you agree with the notion that rock is dead, I tend to think it just kind of evolved. Most people in the comments would kind of point to 1997 as the year in the introduction of OK Computer and Britpop and lo-fi later indie rock with people like Bell and Sebastian, stuff like that, Beck, more electronica stuff coming in. People often look at 97 as a transitional year and where rock is dead. But we're going to call this the post-roll era, 97 and on. So whenever you hear us talk about the post-roll era, think 97 and beyond, because we think rock is still alive, but the roll, the heavier hard rock, the blues influence, the tumbling nature of it, yeah, there's not much of it left. Obviously, there's a little bit of everything still left, but this is what we're calling it. So our favorite duets of the post-roll era, 1997 and beyond. You want to start it off and throw out some of yours? This was tough, to be honest.
Yeah, I can start. I think a good place to look for a lot of duets is country music. So I've got Learning to Lose by Margot Price featuring Willie Nelson from her record All American Made. Great song. Love Willie's voice. Fantastic. Also have Train Song, which was from the Dark is the Night compilation with Feist and Ben Gibbard. Great song. Then I got one for Joe, I guess. Maybe he would have picked this if he was here. I've got You Don't Know Me by Ben Folds and Regina Spektor. Really cool guest appearance there.
Regina.
There you go. Next up, I've got one of my wife's favorite songs of the last decade or so, Left-Handed Kisses by Andrew Bird featuring Fiona Apple. I think that's a great song as well. And then someone we've talked about on the channel a bit in some of our other side three videos. I've got Stranger's Kiss by Alex Cameron and Angel Olsen. And I'll give one kind of full album duet shout out to Robert Ellis and Courtney Hartman. They did a full record of John Hartman covers called Dear John. That's really good.
You took several of mine, but that's okay. I'll throw one out that Joe will appreciate. It's a genre I don't highlight very much because it's not one of my favorite genres, but I'm going to go with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys with Empire State of Mind. I love it. I love the big hook, the in New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Awesome song. First time I went to New York, drove in through, I don't remember what tunnel it was, but I was visiting a friend in upstate New York. We were listening to Interpol, but as soon as we got in the tunnel, he like looked at me and smiled and put the song on. And then we didn't even like enter the city in like a really like majestic cinematic way. Like we got out of the tunnel and it was just like chain stores and gas stations. And I was like, oh yeah, wow. But obviously great song, great city. I'm going to go with PJ Harvey and Tom for 2000 release, The Mess We're In. Song sounds very Radiohead with the chord progression. It's almost like an early prototype for Lotus Flower, but I like their dynamic here. I think when he's wailing and she comes in, it's got a really cool vibe to it. I will also go with, from the album Acid Tongue, Carpetbaggers with Elvis Costello and Jenny Lewis. Really great, like Civil War era kind of like old folk alt country jam. Training Verse is really nice. It's very joyous, really nice tune. Let's also go with a classic of people our age who always love. It's almost, at least where a couple of bars that I go to around here, it's almost like our generation's Don't Stop Believin'. Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. People love it. Not a case of someone bringing someone in, but Alex Ebert and Jane Castrinos, I think I'm saying that right. Just a really cool, warm, like Southern feel, like a lot of charm going back and forth. That kind of harkens back to like Johnny and June a little bit with like the way they play off each other. It's a really tremendous song. My number one is a newborn baby of a song. It's Like I Used To by Sharon Van Etten and Angel Olsen. And God, please God, I am not a religious man, but whatever the hell is up or whatever entity there is, just give us an entire album and tour of these two of the best working artists in rock and pop music right now. It's a match made in heaven, not just the vocals, but the ideas and the approach here. I think Sharon's got that smoother kind of wry kind of approach, and Classic Town Angel gives you sort of that like punkier, meaner, like sweet and sour heart kind of vibe to it. It just sounds great. Check it out, please. It is a fantastic song, and it's probably a good spot if you don't know either artist. Probably a good barometer. Like, if you like the song, it can open up to both of these discographies. Sharon Van Etten, I believe, won for me in 2019. Angel Olsen came very close, I believe, in 2016. But yeah, two of my favorites right now, and that song is great. I am shocked it wasn't on your list.
I figured it would be on your list, so I saved it as an extra. But that was the only extra one I had written down, so I'm all out. I'm tapped.
That was really nice. I thought about including some she and him stuff, but a lot of it isn't like too duetty. Some of it is, but a lot of it is just collaboration. But I really enjoy the duet. Obviously, you both really like that National album. So any let's go bonus round a little bit here. Can you think of maybe any fantasy duets you think might sound really good?
Fancy, like a dream duet?
Did I say fancy? I meant fantasy.
Okay.
Give me a fancy duet.
Fantasy
duet, please.
Do you have one locked and loaded?
I think it would be really cool if Sharon and Angel Olsen did an album together. I think it'd be really cool for maybe a song or two to bring in a third party once they kind of have their dynamic as a team down. You bring in like a little bit of a Kurt Vile or Blake Mills or something would be cool, just to kind of get that. I mean, I always love the male-female contrast, but you don't need it. Actually, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear, because I feel like he hasn't had a good album in a while, and well, that's not true. I want to hear Neil Young come back out, turn up the electric, and get Courtney Barnett on there for a couple of songs. I think that would be a cool little pairing to hear.
Who and Courtney Barnett?
Neil Young. Ever heard of him? He was in CSNY.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's the Y in CSNY.
How about
told us how to feel about the Bush administration? Hello.
Since you were talking about she and him, I love M. Ward's voice. I don't think he sings enough in She and Him. I would like to pair him with Courtney Marie Andrews, to have her and M. Ward do a duet together. I think would be really cool. That would be my fantasy duet.
How about two sounds that I kind of feel are very like similar? How about Wise Blood appearing on some War on Drugs records? That could be cool.
I don't see that out of the realm of possibility.
Well, I don't have much of an imagination, so.
All right, so let us know what some of your favorite duets of the past 25 years or so are. Drop them down in the comments. You can leave some fantasy duets of your own down there if you'd like. And, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed yet. Hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you are alerted when all the new videos come out. We're putting out at least 4 videos a week, sometimes more. check the description. You got links to social media down there. You can find out what's on the horizon by following some of those. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.